What up, is Guru Jojo, and I'm here to talk about the benefits of the traditional tarot readings versus the pick yo card readings. So basically, both of these types of readings are beneficial, but in different ways. So the traditional tarot readings, they're basically beneficial because they allow the structure and the responsibility to go to the actual tarot reader who's in tune with their spirit guides and able to provide divine insight to the client or to the audience. So it works usually, I got some tarot cards here. So it basically works, the tarot reader would shuffle the cards appropriately, however they shuffle. And some tarot readers, they'll just like pick, the cards from like the middle of the deck somewhere and maybe like the top of the deck and then like maybe another part of the deck and then usually like the bottom of the deck or something like that. Boom, then they got their reading. Other tarot readers, they may shuffle the cards and they may pick the first couple cards at the top of the deck. Then you got me, who gotta be extra. No, I'm not being extra, but like who let the cards pop out. All right, and then they would do it like that and then provide their reading. And all of the responsibility kind of comes to the it's kind of taken on by the actual reader for the most part. Now with your pick your card readings, it's different because some of the responsibility is required by the audience. So the audience has to actually be in tune with their spirit guides. If they're not, then they may not actually pick the right card. And they may actually have to read all the cards and pick which reading most kind of resonated with them. Your pick your card readings, which I like. I've done it. Okay, both have worked for me. So that's why I want to speak on them. So the pick your card readings, they work a little bit different, right? The tarot reader would lay out and display a couple cards, and these would be arranged in piles. Some use gemstones, some just kind of show the cards, and you're supposed to be subconsciously influenced by the angles. Not everyone is subconsciously influenced towards the same angle because people have different angels. They have different spirit guides that are guiding them towards which pile to choose. Issue being is that not everyone is in tune with their spirit guides. So this requires both the tarot reader, the person who's arranging the cards, to be in tune, and also the audience to be somewhat in tune to pick the proper pile for their reading. So that's the main differences. Both work. I've done both and they both were accurate. And, I see things from all different angles. So I don't really downplay anything before actually having like some sort of like experience towards it. So yeah. With that being said, I'm going to be doing a pick your card reading. So yeah. This is turquoise, this is pyrite, you got yourself rose quartz here, and black onyx. So at this time, you want to go ahead and pick the pile that speaks to you. Which stone speaks to you? Perhaps maybe the order of the cards. So the number, turquoise is going to be 1, black onyx is going to be number 4. The angle, maybe it's the angle that speaks to you. Which angle? Pick a card according to that. Okay? If you're unsure, if you're not really sure you're in tune enough, pick 2 piles and see which one resonates with you. All right, so let's get started with this. If you pick the turquoise card, you got yourself the chariot card. If you pick the turquoise, all right, so Archangel Metatron, card number 7. This is the chariot card. An important achievement, self-discipline, and willpower, public recognition. So at this time, you're definitely charging after your goals, going after the things that you want, and you're allowing your spirit to provide the internalized insight as to where you're going. So it's just like a inner sense of knowing where you should go, which direction you should go in, and you're not thinking so much about it because you feel confident at this time. All right, the Emperor card is the next card you receive. So with that being said, you pretty much feel like you're in control of things at this time of organizing. Maybe you're organizing a group with the Ten of Cups here. You could be organizing some sort of group, that you feel very emotionally connected to. Also, too, if you are involved in relationships, this would be somebody that you feel very strongly connected to as well. And you're asserting yourself towards that direction with no problem. You have the power, the willpower, the energy at this time to do so. And with the Sun card, you could be receiving some sort of recognition, attention for something. I'm getting like a Good Morning America kind of vibe, like something where you're feeling connected to the day-to-day routine and you're ready to wake up in the morning. Like, I don't know what your routine is. You could be like, well, time to get my coffee, like I'm up, and you're just ready to go. So for this month of January, you're very, very motivated to get your day started and go after some particular goal and go into some particular direction at this time. And you could be inspired or influenced by maybe some sort of love situation, because this is cups we're dealing with here. So you could be inspired by love. You could be inspired by family groups, soul connections, and yeah. So that's what I'm seeing for this pile if you pick the turquoise. All right, so if you pick the pile with the pyrite stone on it, then you receive the Awakening card, card number 12, Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So you're definitely in a transitionary period right now at this time. This card is connected to Pisces and also the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot. So you could just feel like there's a need for you to sacrifice something right now in order to pursue your goals, perhaps. And this could have you kind of in a state of feeling like you can't really assert yourself right now, which is fine because you're just transitioning onto something better. So you also receive the Two of Swords, which means that there's a decision that you may need to make, and you may need to hurry up. So to be honest, you are in a transitioning period, but if you don't hurry up and make that decision, then you're just going to stay in this. So keep that in mind. Next card received is the Hermit card. So you may feel a sense of isolation or a need to isolate yourself at this time. You could feel a sense of loneliness. It may be that you need to kind of be to yourself in order for you to gain more insight and be enlightened about which direction that you want to go in with this Two of Swords. And then you also receive the Two of Pentacles. So twos are definitely prominent here. And you could be trying to decide on how to invest your money, where your money should go towards, and how to maybe get more money, gain more money. Maybe you have 2 job opportunities here waiting for you. It's important for you to make a decision. You could be waiting to hear back from somebody regarding some sort of money or financial situation or a job opportunity. And then the next card you received here is the Knight of Pentacles, meaning that there is an opportunity actually coming towards your way in January. So while you're in this period of waiting, this is good for you. You should be patient in waiting. It looks like you just need to maybe make a decision though as to which opportunity that you want to pursue as it relates to your deep inner goals, because that's why you would be in hermit mode, because you're actually trying to connect with what's actually most true to you, what's the best opportunity for you. And as you're able to realize that and become enlightened towards that, you'll be able to find out where you should be investing your energy into, where you should be investing your time into. And then it looks like as you make that appropriate decision, there's an opportunity coming towards your way. And you could also be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn individual. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing if you pick pile number 2 with the pyrite. All right, so if you pick the pile with the rose quartz on it, all right, so you got the release card, card number 13. It says Archangel Azrael, the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. So basically, this is connected to the death card in the traditional tarot and Scorpio energy. So right now, you feel a need for you to probably rebirth, because it is 2020. So we're coming to a new year, so it's time for you to kind of rise up and, start to work on the new you, the new version of you. It sounds like a typical 2020 thing, but yeah, that's what's going on with you right now. You got the Hierophant card, so you could be involved in the need to, I'm seeing a transitioning from a traditional way of being to something more unconventional. This card was in reverse, but all the cards here, I actually picked up the pile in reverse. But you know me, I'm going to flip the cards upright because that's just the way that I do things. So anyways, With that being said, it looks like there's something that you may feel either you need to release yourself from. Some are releasing themselves from some sort of marriage situation and entertaining a new love interest. Ten of Cups. So you feel very connected to this person. You feel like this person is your soulmate. This is like a person you would dream about. In addition to this, some are in these like false relationships. Like some relationships are not really what it is. You're just in it for more so the like reputation, status portion of your life or something like that. And there's somebody new that you're actually wanting to pursue, but it looks like some people may be getting a divorce in January 2020. Tower card is the last card here received. So yeah, you're going through major life changes right now at this time. These life changes are going to bring about more happy and beneficial situations for you. On the other hand, like I said, you could be involved in a situation that you're really not happy in, but you're in it just for the financial status, the reputation status, or just to kind of pretend to live a traditional lifestyle. But now at this time, you feel the need to release yourself from that energy, rebirth, or in other words, you feel the need to not live that type of lifestyle anymore, learn about who you truly are and come into who you really are and start to live your life in that manner. But you understand that you can't just do it right away, that this is all like a process. So with that being said, you're going to be entertaining this new love interest, whether it be a person, a situation, something you feel very emotionally connected to. And this may come as a shocker for a lot of people because they thought it's like what they thought they saw, this dream, is not what it is. So that's what I'm seeing. All right, so if you pick the pile with the black onyx, let's see, you got the renewal card here. It reads, Archangel Jeremiel, review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. So it's card number 20. So this is connected to Judgment card in traditional tarot. And basically, you may have an opportunity to receive a second chance at something, a second perspective, a second outlook. An opportunity could arise for you, and maybe at first it wasn't there, if that makes sense. So it's almost like somebody could have turned something down and now you have the opportunity. It just depends on your situation. Next card, Princess of Swords. So with the Princess of Swords here, this is like basically the Page of Swords. What's happening is there could be people judging you at this time, most definitely. There's people kind of looking at things related to you, so keep that in mind. It's kind of like a behind the scenes energy going on right now at this time for you, whether this be you or yourself. Whether this be yourself or somebody else. Tower card here, so there could be a little bit of a disruption kind of energy going on right now. This is just like things aren't so stable, like things are a little bit bumpy, a little bit rocky. And it's only for you to realize, what current structure system or what you've been holding on to that isn't the most stable right now at this time. The next card received is the Hermit card. So these events are happening for you to actually isolate yourself and sort of learn something new about yourself, but it requires like the lack of opinion maybe from others and just tuning in with your inner self. Ace of Pentacles, there's a opportunity coming towards you, something that's going to be far more stable. So you see, you're getting this Tower card, a little bit of a disruption, but it's in order for you to gain some new structure. This could be a new home, this could be a new job, this could be a new, I wouldn't really say a relationship, but it could be a relationship. It's something that's going to help you financially grow. And it seems like some people could have chose a wrong home environment to live in. Like they could have picked an apartment to live in or a condo or a house, whatever it be. That wasn't the best. They judged it wrong. Or the person who allows you to move in, like the landlord or whatever, they feel like they judged you wrong and you shouldn't be living there. And that's kind of when I'm giving an example as to how this could play out, because I know the way I talk isn't always so understanding for some people. They don't understand the metaphors. So I'm giving an example. And so now that's would be what the shakeup is. And then it requires you to kind of isolate yourself and reevaluate things yourself. Reevaluate by yourself. Reevaluate by yourself. You'll see no other people in this reading asking for nobody else's flipping opinion. And then that's when this good opportunity is going to come towards you. So for the main purpose of this reading, it looks like you need to learn how to make decisions for yourself. And great opportunities are going to thus come towards your way. Trust your intuition. Also, too, if you want an opinion from others, let's say you need to hire an advisor, some sort of mentor, advisor, or something like that. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to get advice from these immature people who are just lurkers and stuff. So, boom. That's if you got that black onyx that you chose. All right.